Michael. I'm ready for you, you son of a bitch.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Halloween 2018 is the 11th installment in the Halloween franchise, and it is a retro sequel taking place after the first film, the 1978 original film, and 40 years after Laurie Strode is now prepared for Michael Myers, and this time she is prepared with shotguns and mannequins in the forest. And when Michael escapes, it's time for Laurie to take Michael out once and for all. And I thought the film was... Oh my god!
Just kidding. It's just me.
This film was... it was interesting. It was an interesting film because there's a lot here at hand. I mean, there's already been other sequels that have explored Laurie Strode's story further, as far as Halloween 2, which was right after the events of the first night, and then the second one was H2O, which was 20 years later after the fact, and now this is 40 years later after the fact, and Laurie is a little more she's a little braver than I think than H2O. And H2O, it was she was scared, and then her bravery came in at the very end. Here, she is prepared at the very beginning.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 40 years at this point, so you don't really get to see her getting prepared, but you feel it. And I liked that at times she would show that emotion of her being completely frightened of Michael Myers, but then she would, muster up her courage and fight.
And that was good, and you see that in the trailers and stuff like that, but this movie does have a lot of issues, and the problem here is that it was directed by David Gordon Green, and he is a comedy director. He's known for Pineapple Express, things like that. Danny McBride's also involved in this movie. He's one of the producers as well, executive producer, something like that. The problem here is that they want to add a comedy sense to this night, which is not really... It's not welcomed very much because it throws you off of the movie. I felt like I was watching two different movies when I was watching this. You're watching part John Carpenter Halloween sequel, part teen drama and stuff like that, because Laurie has a daughter and she has a daughter, and you're following her and her endeavors too as well. And I think this movie had a lot on its plate as far as... I guess it had a lot on its plate as far as ideas went.
Yeah, I think they had too many ideas and they just wanted to put everything in there because what if this is the last Halloween movie we get? I mean,
yes. With Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, with Jamie Lee Curtis especially, yeah. So I guess that they just got too excited and put too much into it, because there are scenes that you could literally just take out and then would be fine.
There are characters you can take out of here too. I didn't really like Judy Greer is her daughter in this, and 40 years have passed, and now her daughter is kind of resentful with her mother because of the events that have happened throughout all this time. She's been trained to kind of combat against Michael.
Yeah, the way she was raised was not ideal, and it really messed her up.
It just wasn't utilized in the way that maybe it should have.
Exactly.
A lot of things were kind of picked up and dropped, like the potential of maybe Laurie killing Michael right when he was about to get transferred from the hospital. That didn't happen. Another thing, we might get into some spoiler territory, maybe not too much. If we do, sorry, if we do, we'll say it. There's a police officer that gets introduced here that apparently he arrested Michael right after he got away from the first movie. So that was interesting, but that they didn't go anywhere with that.
Yeah. They tried to make all these connections back, and I feel like they tried to make connections from some of the best scenes out of the other movies.
A lot of callbacks from the first one.
Yeah, and they put them into this one. But I wanted something new. There was a lot of really cool things in this to appreciate. So that's, I think, why it's so frustrating, because there's a lot of good, there's also a lot of bad that's not necessary. I guess it's not bad, it's more unnecessary.
I saw it from the trailer. I saw that there was going to be kind of like her kind of training, kind of like Sarah Connor was going to be kind of this Terminator 2 feel, but I didn't really get that very much, because one, all that stuff kind of gets glossed over with a bit of a montage, and it's just kind of like, okay, she's trained, she's ready, whatever, let's go. Yeah. Like, she's ready. And really, Michael doesn't come and hunt her down. Like, once the bus crashes and stuff like that, he goes off to Haddonfield or whatever, the town where Laurie lives and stuff. He goes back home, right. And he starts killing people there. Then you get the body count and stuff like that there. Laurie comes in, so it's kind of cool. Like, Laurie comes in and she's on a mission to get him and stuff like that. Kind of like in Aliens too. Like Aliens, Ripley didn't want to go back to the planet, but she did because it's what she needed to do, and that's what happens here. But I also think that a lot of people around her, it's the thing, like, a lot of people around her don't believe her because I'm prepared and no one believes me and stuff like that. But I don't think that should have been the case with her daughter and stuff like that. And her granddaughter seemed like she believed her.
Yeah, I kind of like how they tied... That's the one thing I do like about the granddaughter stories, that they kind of tied in some of the stuff with what Laurie had gone through at her granddaughter's age, kind of with the granddaughter, so she was able to understand her grandma a little more.
Right. It was just dumb. We should have really followed Laurie a lot more. And also another storyline that was picked up was another doctor that was taking care of Michael, because Loomis obviously has passed away and stuff, so another doctor took over to see Michael and stuff. And spoilers here, if anything, he is interested in Michael's evil and how it works pretty much. So he wants to see it in action. So he wants to summon Laurie to see what happens. Maybe he believes that they kind of make each other. They live off one another. One cannot live without the other in some sort of way, and that was really interesting. Because he had Michael in the back seat along with the granddaughter. He was about to take him to him, but then Michael wakes up and kills him. And I was like, okay, that's stupid. Like, here, to kind of Michael's credit, he didn't come after her. He was just kind of going on a killing spree in Haddonfield, and then she came after him. And then he's like, all right, cool, I'm coming after. Hey, there you are, going after you.
Happy Halloween, Michael.
A lot of the humor didn't work for me. A lot of the stuff that was kind of thrown in there, a lot of plot elements were kind of just picked up and dropped. It was a bit of a mess.
Okay, but talk about the good things, though. We're really nagging on it now at this point. I think there are some good things to talk about. The cinematography was great.
The mask is good. The music choices are really good. The music, the theme is actually used in a way that hasn't been used before. Some new little themes were kind of thrown in there.
Yeah. I thought the acting was good. I mean, it's much better than the first film's acting.
Oh, definitely.
And any of the other Halloween films' acting, I think. I felt like this one, out of all of them, I'd probably go watch more this one than any other one. other than the first one, because
I really like the first one. I did feel more like October here because in the very first movie it's all green and it almost feels like it's May or something. Here it actually does feel like it's October, and the scenes that you're watching. The acting is pretty good. Jamie Lee Curtis knocks it out of the park, like always, as Laurie Strode. She's great, but
Michael Myers himself was pretty cool. You gotta admit,
I guess
he was cool.
He was fast.
His kills were cool. I liked some of the ways they did them.
Some of the kills, for me, personally, I don't think the kills were that great.
I don't think they were necessary, but...
Not that they weren't necessary, just that they were just used in a way that was just like, okay, here's something that will shock you. I don't know, just a person's mouth split open on a table is, it's shocking, but I don't think it's something really Michael would kind of do. It's something he did in the later films.
He pulled out his teeth. Those were the teeth he had in the bathroom.
Saw them in the trailer.
I know, but I liked that. It was creepy because it's like, oh, we found out where the teeth came from. It wasn't the garage guy killed the other guy. Like, I liked that. I mean, I liked the subtle ways that they didn't always show every single kill. I liked that they were more subtle. Like, in the background, you could see him killing the garage guy. Like, you just see him beating the shit out of him in the background while there's things going out in the front. Like, no one's noticing it. I liked that subtlety of it.
I guess.
And
like I said earlier, it's two films you're watching. It's John Carpenter, and then there's a comedy aspect to it.
I agree with that. It does feel very
the stuff
split.
that's positive, that's anything. It's the John Carpenter stuff or anything that was inspired by him that's in this film, and that's it. I don't have anything really much else positive to say about it.
Well, what are you gonna rate it?
Okay, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I just think that a lot of things here don't work. A lot of things could have been picked up better, like the doctor's story and things like that. But just like also the reporters that came in at the beginning of the movie, they were pretty much killed off right away. So the granddaughter's things too could have been, and the daughter things with Laurie's daughter could have been used a lot better. Other than that, no, I don't think it's better than Halloween 2 maybe, but no, I don't know. 3, what did I say, 3 out of 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm at the same score though, but I mean, I think I like it still a little more than you, but it doesn't really deserve more than a 3 out of 5. It's okay. I mean, like we said, it's got those Halloween elements, but I don't think to the point where it feels like it was justified to bring it back 40 years later. But
yeah,
that's just my opinion.
We already had H2O, and she had.
So we should have left it.
It was a pretty cool, like, it's a guilty pleasure kind of movie, but to bring it back again and not really bring anything that fresh to the table, it's a bit disappointing. And there are actually, the problem is that there are fresh ideas that are thrown at you, and the possibilities in this movie are there, and they don't go for any of those things. They just go for the conventional stuff. So, a bit disappointing. Yeah, but still go check it out. It's still going to be fun to go see for Halloween and stuff like that. And
I still enjoyed myself while watching it. I mean, I still like Michael Myers killing people. It's
okay. There were just some
the
things.
story just doesn't work.
The comedy doesn't work either for this one. So check it out regardless.
Yeah.
It's still something to go see in theaters. Yeah. Oh, sorry, just a bit disappointed about this one. It's not a good movie, but not a bad movie either. Yep, 3 out of 5 from us. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and on YouTube. And always, people, please keep watching movies.
You don't believe in the Boogie Geezer?